For today's video, we'll dive into arguably the most debated and questioned topic of all time. Is there a meaning to life? And if there is one, what is it? This question has been posed and pondered literally since the dawn of rational thought. As soon as people were able to recognize the fact that we're conscious beings, I imagine people would question our origin and whether or not we had a significant purpose in this realm. We aren't given a direct set of tasks to abide by. We're not given a set god or master to serve and take orders from. Even our own health and well-being is seemingly optional to take care of. What we do with our time here on Earth is entirely our own choice. With such a vast and abundant Earth, full of opportunities, one can easily become overwhelmed with it all. Many individuals face existential crises upon the examination of the deeper, more profound questions in life. It's such an incredibly complex and unanswerable question and thought that most people choose to put it out of mind entirely. Much of the discussion in this video will reference my previous video on simulated reality, so if you haven't seen it yet, you can click here to watch it. There are countless theories on the point or meaning of life. A lot of it boils down to our faith or religion. But because there's no definitive religion that trumps all, we're going to rule them out for this video. That's not to say we should go against the morals instilled and taught in many religions. There are plenty of valuable lessons to be learned through various religions. But to live life serving and preaching the various life laws could arguably be considered dogma.
So why do we destroy ourselves with nuclear war? Can you be more specific, please?
Richard Dawkins' book, The God Delusion, brings up several great points, not the least of which putting the burden of proof of a creator on the various religions. With the countless variations of heavenly beings or deities, the odds of a single master creator become increasingly minute. Though we can look and marvel at the ironic perfectness of everything around us. We live in the Goldilocks zone, where conditions are just right to harbor life. Not only do these conditions appear just right to bring about life, life seems to flourish everywhere we look. From the tops of mountains to the bottoms of the oceans, various life forms can be found. To me, that seems like a potential clue at our purpose, should we have one. Perhaps we were given the opportunity to observe for that reason. Everywhere we look, we can find cases that seem to defy logic. What we find is that the very act of observing something seems to influence it in some ways. If you've not seen What the Bleep Do We Know, I'd highly recommend taking the time to watch it. It's well worth it. There are several cases presented in the film that showcase and document our amazing impact on various experiments. What we've come to find is experiment results can vary drastically depending upon the act of simply observing them. How can this be? It makes me think our time, presence, and purpose here is more significant than simply to exist. Perhaps our overarching mission is to actually discover our innate abilities as creators and influencers of the reality around us. This also coincides very well with the societal conditioning we face since birth. We're taught that we're insignificant and powerless beings on a random floating rock in the middle of space. If, hypothetically, there were an enlightened and elite group of individuals that wanted to keep the masses in the dark about our true potential, to shape and control the reality around us, they've done a great job convincing us of our powerlessness. But that's obviously a far reach of a stretch for a theory. Nevertheless, it remains a completely realistic possibility. There's a growing community of New Age beliefs that speak of hidden abilities and a vast potential for humankind, not the least of which is called the law of attraction. The concept more or less states that we attract whatever we choose to give our attention to, whether wanted or unwanted.
It's our intention. Our intention is everything. Nothing happens on this planet without it. Not one single thing has ever been accomplished without intention. Are you aware that, do you have the distinct, palpable feeling that your intention created this evening? Do you understand that all of this this entire event is happening inside you?
Total believer. Yeah, I believe in manifestation. I believe in, putting a rocket of desire out into the universe, and you get it when you believe it. You get it when you believe you have it, and that's the key. Is like people still, they sit around going, when's it going to come? 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 And that's the wrong way. You're facing the wrong way. You're facing away from it. You have to go, it's here, it's here, it's here.
Most of the time, we attract by the random thoughts that pop up in our mind throughout the day. When we focus on the problems of our day, we're actually subconsciously attracting and creating more problems. And the same goes for the opposite. When we focus on the things in life we can be grateful for, we attract even more to be grateful for. That's why the phrase, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, rings so true.
Like there's a redemptive power that making a choice has, rather than feeling like you're at effect to all the things that are happening. Make a choice. Like you just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide. And then from that point, the universe is going to get out your way.
Well, I mean, positively and negative. I mean, you attract. Now, not just what you feel. You attract what you feel, what you are, what you attract. What's on your mind. What's on your mind? Yes,
It's like
exactly.
the law of physics. I don't know how anybody can disagree with that. It's just ask any physicist; they'll tell you that it's true. Yeah.
It's also why the placebo effect works so well. When we think we're going to get better or worse, we usually do. And much like the rules in a game, our reality has a set of unwritten rules as well. The law of attraction being just one of them. We can choose to ignore the rules of the game and just go about our day as you've always done, or you can learn the rules of the game and become a master of it. You can play poker as a game of chance and simply roll the dice each hand, or you can learn the odds of drawing necessary cards, the strengths of seat positions, and learn your opponent's tells and tendencies and win the majority of your games. The game can be played and enjoyed either way, and how you play is completely up to you. There's also a beneficial and cathartic approach to a purpose to life too. One could argue that our mission here would be to learn and improve ourselves and everyone around us. Upon this improvement, you would pass on as much knowledge as you could to as many as you could, thus improving the rest of your world. If everyone took on this approach, our world would improve tenfold practically overnight. Sadly, our modern world and societies don't encourage or incentivize this lifestyle at all. Regardless, I think it's a very healthy stance one could take on, as karma is a real thing, and leaving the world better than what you entered it as is a massively positive thing, and you serve yourself as well as everyone else in the process. I think ultimately the main staple to living a fulfilling life is to do what you love. I work a full-time job, but my passion is to learn and share knowledge of the deeper elements of life. In any case, I strongly recommend people to find their passions. Experiment and learn what makes you happy. Then do that. For me, making progress in mental and physical well-being is a huge aspect of being happy. I love to learn and discuss and share what I learn too, but we're all different, so I implore you, find out what makes you happy and do it. Forget the money or what people might think of you for it. Create in any way you find joy. Let the infinite source flow through you and let your gift shine from within. This not only makes your experience here much more enjoyable, but it also allows you to provide mankind with the joy of your gifts as well. I think that's our true purpose of life. But these are just my thoughts, and I'll see you all next time.